Michigan Congressman John Conyers is stepping down as the top Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee. He faces allegations that he settled a claim of sexual harassment by one female former staffer and harassed others.
In a statement yesterday, Conyers said, "I deny these allegations. I look very much forward to vindicating myself and my family." Before his announcement, House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi called Conyers an icon with a record of defending women. She was asked about the unidentified accusers.
Do you believe John Conyers is accused?
I don't know who they are. Do you? They have not really come forward. And that gets
so you don't know if you believe the accusations?
That's for the Ethics Committee to review. But I believe he understands what is at stake here, and he will do the right thing.
After Conyers gave up his committee post, Pelosi said in a statement, "No matter how great an individual's legacy, it is not a license for harassment."
CBS News contributor Ed O'Keefe is a congressional reporter for The Washington Post. Good morning,
Good morning.
Ed. So you have the leader of the Democratic Party essentially questioning the identity of the accusers,
right,
hailing John Conyers as an icon and someone who has done a lot to protect women over time. How much has she complicated her own party's position?
Oh, I think she's complicated it for sure. Look, nobody's perfect on either side of this debate. Republicans and Democrats both have guilty actors or certainly misbehaving actors. I think the problem for her yesterday was she knew that his decision to step down from his perch was coming.
Well, she negotiated it, didn't she?
Yes, exactly. And I think she was struggling to get Conyers to get to that point. Ideally, she probably would have showed up yesterday with him having already done this and would have taken a different tact. The Congressional Black Caucus is a very powerful bloc of the House Democratic Caucus. He's the founder of the Congressional Black Caucus. I think a lot of this for her had to do with some internal political dynamics, that they were concerned that their founder, that their most senior member was going to be treated
But that's the criticism,
properly.
is that politics took the head. It was in front of the idea about what's right.
Exactly.
Right.
And she kept talking about due process. Look, as we understand, he'd gone through that due process, that secretive due process, that allowed for this settlement to happen in the first place. And we don't know how that process works.
And I think that's why people get frustrated, because I think if that had been a Republican, I think many people believe that Nancy Pelosi would have had a different
She would have had a
take on
totally different take on it, absolutely.
So is there a double standard, do you think, for politicians?
Well, there's certainly a different standard. The fact that they can settle these things so secretively and that money can be paid out either for this or for other workplace issues. I think, more than anything, Congress is beginning to realize, the men at least certainly are beginning to realize, they don't serve in a frat house. They serve in the House of Representatives and in the Senate, and the time has come and the change is coming.
I think one of the things we've learned here at CBS, and you reported in the Washington Post too, is that many staffers don't even know how to report a sexual harassment claim. They don't even know what to do. What is Congress doing this week to change that?
So the House is going to pass a resolution that essentially mandates sexual harassment training for members and all staff. The bigger step will be if they go into this labyrinth of steps you have to take that can take up to a year to settle these claims. And if members decide to publicly release the information about these settlements, I think that would be a bigger change. People forget the legislative branch is not beholden to the same transparency and privacy laws that the executive branch is. That would be a big change that would probably help settle this.
Ed, let's switch gears and talk about the deputy director of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. She filed a lawsuit to block President Trump's appointment of Mick Mulvaney.
Yep.
What are you hearing from Capitol Hill?
Well, look, Democrats defend this agency. It was Elizabeth Warren's idea before she was even in the Senate. They will stand with this new deputy director in her lawsuit. But Republicans and the president certainly don't like it. Tom Cotton, the Republican senator from Arkansas last night, called it an unconstitutional agency. It'll be an interesting legal battle for sure.
What about this to-do list that Congress
It's long
has?
and not a lot of days.
12 legislative days until Christmas. They got a lot to do.
All right.
Ed, always good to have you here.
Good to see you.